There is no marriage today that is standing that did not have a chance to be broken.
Wow.
And there is no marriage that was broken that did not have a chance to survive. Over 70% of people said they will not marry the same person.
Wow.
So that tells you that a lot of people are enduring their marriages and they are not enjoying their marriages. Over 70% of people say, looking back, they were not prepared for marriage. So that tells you that a lot of people get into marriage without even having a clue what marriage is all about. A lot of people discover themselves in marriage only to discover that the person they have chosen is not the person they should have chosen.
Wow.
So when we say that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder, the question now is, did God join together?
Okay.
So the wife sat down, and that's why I say, yes, look at you. When I married you, yes, look at you. Look at the way you are dried. Now you are looking, you are disrespecting me. Say what? That suit, am I the only one that bought it? Have you forgotten you lost your job, that I covered you under my parents? They didn't know you didn't have a job. See what happened to us.
Oh.
That's how they reconcile.
Oh.
My sister, even me, God, it shocked me.
Hello, hi everyone. You're welcome to the OBA podcast. I'm excited, really excited, and I mean very excited because of the gentleman you're going to be hearing his voice, because of the person that I'm going to be privileged introducing to you today. I know that many people had looked for opportunity to ask him questions. They've had him speak. They've had him talk about diverse, different things. Is it wealth we want to talk about? Is it global success? Is it relationship? Just name it. God has blessed this man with so much insight and empowered him to be a representative of what he talks about. So it's one thing to talk about something, it's another thing to be able to live it and to become that. And so I'm excited this afternoon to be having with me right here, Dr. Pastor Olumide Emmanuel. You're welcome, sir.
At your service. Sister me, my sister of life.
This is going to be very interesting because this conversation is just going to be so real. One of the things about Dr. Olumide is that he's a very real person. What you see is what you get. And I love men that are honest. And they will tell it as it is and tell you what to look out for and how to avoid things and to get better and wake you up from slumber. Because some of us have been woken up, we've been sleeping too much. Now we've woken up and it's time to run to make a move. So I'm going to be asking Dr. Olumide some few questions. And I'm just excited about the fact that he's written many books. How many books have you written now, sir?
112.
Whoops. 112. And I'm sure if I had to ask him how many books has he read, that'd be staggering.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
I've read an average of one book per week for the past 6 years.
What? Did you hear that? One book per week for the past 36 years. You do that calculation and you see what I'm saying here. Uncountable. That's really uncountable. What stirred up this reading culture for you, sir?
Oof. Well, thanks for having me. How do I put it? I think that sometimes some things in life are actually like a gift. Yeah, I think it's a gift of grace. And it's also a function of hunger, a function of desire for knowledge. So for me, I think I started reading just because I love reading.
Wow.
Because I've been reading before I was a Christian. It's not about Christianity, Holy Spirit. It's just, I just love reading. And so we used to read all kinds of magazines, all kinds of novels, comics. So it's just been there. So I think it's just, but when I now became a Christian, and of course you have to read the Bible.
Yes.
We're taught in those days, do your quiet time, read
Yes.
the Bible. So that's just like everything just fitting together. And I just love knowledge. And because of what I also do, my calling is, I'm a teacher. I'm called to teach. So you can't teach without knowing what to say. So because of that, necessity is laid on you to also continue to do that. I remember I've been pastoring the same church now for 30 years.
Wow.
And when I was to start the church.
That's consistency, right?
When I was to start the church in 1995.
Yes, sir.
My number one concern was, what will I be saying for the rest of my life?
Okay.
Because we go to church, the pastor just preaches, we think it's easy.
Yes.
But we are going to listen. But now, you are now the pastor.
Wow.
So that means for the rest of your life, people will be coming every Sunday, week in, week out, and they'll be expecting that you have something to say.
Wow.
So that will definitely push you to God and to... And then as you begin to do that, you realize that you can't do it with ignorance.
Wow.
At least you can't do it well with ignorance.
Wow, you cannot do it well with ignorance. I love that. But I had a conversation with Dr. Wilson, and he mentioned the importance of reading. And like you said, you cannot get all this knowledge and insight without reading.
Yeah.
Now, for a moment, sir, I know that quite a lot of people know Dr. Olumide Emmanuel and also know of him. But just for the benefit of those that might say, I don't really know who he is, and could you tell us who is Dr. Pastor Olumide Emmanuel?
Okay, my name is Olumide Emmanuel. I'm a Nigerian. I'm married with children. I'm a pastor. I'm a businessman. I'm an apostle in the marketplace. I'm the overseer over the Truth of Calvary Ministries. It's a church. We have branches all over the world, and so I oversee that ministry globally. I'm also a businessman. I run different businesses. The Common Sense Group, we have 9 subsidiaries within that group. And we're in different parts of the world. We also have the Madiba Global, which is also another group with another like 5 subsidiaries. So it's just, so I do businesses, and I am, my focus is always relationship, finance, and leadership.
Wow.
So everything I do revolves around those 3, because those are the 3.
Relationship, finance,
and leadership. So those are the 3 major areas of grace and giftings that God has blessed me with. And everything I do is just to teach people wisdom, power, and success.
Wow. Wow. Somebody has heard that. My goodness. Leadership, finance, and relationship. I think today I'd like to talk to you, sir, about relationship a little. I know that in our generation, or should I say, many things have been happening. We've been hearing so much about marriages, having issues. Some people don't even have trust in their marriages. Some don't have, they don't even believe they're loved. They don't even know how they got there. They think. And I remember reading one of your books. That book opened my eyes. And I would really like you to talk a bit more about it. Say, love is not enough. Why would you say that?
I knew that was really what you're talking about.
Love is everything.
I was like, okay, to answer that question, I have to talk about love.
Why is love not everything?
You see, when I was to write the book, I actually, I did a research.
Okay.
And I sent out the research material to people all over the world.
Okay.
And there were only 3 questions I wanted people to answer.
Yes, sir.
Question number 1, if you have an opportunity to marry again,
okay,
will you marry the same person?
Wow.
That's question 1.
1.
Question 2, when you got married, looking back, when you got married,
yes, sir,
can you say that you were really prepared for marriage?
Okay.
And then number 3, how long have you been married?
Wow.
Over 70% of people said they will not marry the same person.
Wow.
So that tells you that a lot of people are enduring their marriages and they are not enjoying their marriages. Over 70% of people say, looking back, they were not prepared for marriage. So that tells you that a lot of people get into marriage without even having a clue what marriage is all about. A lot of people discover themselves in marriage only to discover that the person they have chosen is not the person they should have chosen.
Wow.
So when we say that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder, the question now is, did God join together?
Okay.
Because it's only what God has joined together, but what God did not join, what now happens? And then you now realize that for those people that said that they would choose the same person all over again,
yes,
or those people that said that, they were adequately prepared, when you look at the 3rd answer, you discover that many of them have been married for a very long time. So most of the people that said they would not marry the same person, they were less than 10 years in marriage. Most of the people that said they were not prepared, they were less than 10 years married. For people that have been married for a very long time. So it simply means that every marriage will go through a teaching period.
Wow.
And most people don't have the maturity, the understanding, and the patience to go through that teaching period. That's why they think they have chosen the wrong person. But if they're able to go through that, they now come out on the other side matured with understanding of it, because you are coming from two different backgrounds. So every time you're getting married to the past, the present, and the future of the person you're getting involved with. So what you see about them is only a version of them. There are dimensions of them that you will never know until years later, because it keeps coming. Okay, so I tell people you can never marry one person, because in every one person there are 7 people inside that one person.
Wow. Please, what do you mean by that?
Okay, expand. So if you're meeting, so let me use a man for instance.
Yes, sir.
So if you're meeting a lady now, you're getting married to a lady. Now you're getting married to a lady. Now, the very minute you get married to her, she becomes a wife.
Yes, sir.
She has never been a wife before.
No.
Now, you suddenly realize, come, you have changed. No, she's now a wife. She's no more a lady. When you were courting her, there was something she could not say. There was something she could not do, because she didn't want to jeopardize the chance of getting married. But now that she has gotten into the house, you suddenly realize that, look, something just shifts. This is my house. And you're like, hello. No, imagine now that you are rich, you are rich, you're good, you have a house, you have a car, you have everything, and then you marry someone, and then you come in, and then in less than 1 month, the person says, no, this is my house. No, your house, how? But that's true. Now you are married to a wife. Then she gets pregnant. You have never married a pregnant woman before. So you are married to a pregnant woman, then she becomes a mother. Yes. Your wife is gone forever.
Wow.
That version of the person you married will never return again. And that's why a lot of people, if you do your research, studied wide, majority of affairs starts when women are pregnant. So when a lot of women are pregnant, that's when the men goes into side chickism.
Wow.
Because most of the time, there are a lot of dimensions to pregnancy that many men, including the women, the women don't understand. And so they're going through a lot of changes they don't understand. The man does not understand, because nobody's teaching them all these things. They just think that it's all rosy. So the guy is like, excuse me, I want it. So then she becomes a mother. That's it. Your wife is gone forever. You are now married to a mother. And then, so almost every 5 years, a woman changes. So you're getting married to a new setter. So if you don't understand that, that's going to be a lot of problem for you. And I say to people, so there is no marriage today that is standing, that did not have a chance to be broken.
Wow.
And there's no marriage that was broken that did not have a chance to survive.
Really?
Yeah. Most of the time, it takes two. You see, the challenge in most relationships is that when there is a challenge, only one person is trying to solve the problem. It takes two. Only one person can never make a marriage work, no matter how much you try. There's only one person praying. There's only one person seeking counsel. There's only one person hoping. The other person is not joining them. It's not going to work.
But
no
how
matter
can
how much you
the
try.
other person get the one that is not making effort involved?
It takes a lot, because in mindset, a lot of people don't realize that when you're getting married, like I say, you're getting married to the past, the present, and the future of that person. There are a lot of things in our past that many of us don't understand how it impacts and affects us. And when we come into church, the church only looks at things from the point of the spiritual.
Okay.
So we always talk about generational curses, inheritance, covenant, whatever. We are not talking about habits and patterns and behaviors and traumas. And we're not looking at it from that. So instead of seeking therapy and seeking counseling, we are seeking deliverance. And there are many things that prayer cannot do, regardless of all the nonsense they have taught you.
Really?
Oh, many, of course.
Wow,
Many.
this is
So when, for instance, now, you see, ignorance is not a demon. You can't cast it out. So if you are ignorant, I can never pray you into wisdom. Never. It's not going to happen.
Ignorance is not a demon.
Yeah, you can't cast it out. So when you are ignorant, you are ignorant. If you don't know, you don't know. So many times we are trying to pray our way out of a problem that we behaved our way into. If you behaved your way into a prayer, won't bring you out. You need to understand what needs to be done and do what needs to be done. I can't pray for you to be a pilot. I can't pray for you to be a driver. I can't pray for you. So many things that we, because of religion,
yes, sir.
And I like say this, religion is more dangerous than the devil.
Wow.
I've been in church 38 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Religion has destroyed more lives than we can ever imagine. Because Christianity is not a religion. It's a relationship with your creator. or you practice Christianity as a religion, you are going to be a pawn in the hands of charlatans behind the pulpit. You are going to be a victim of the myopic, religious, inexperienced, inexposed interpretation of the scriptures of the people you listen to.
Yes.
And every 10 years, when they have a brainwave and they have a new revelation, they come up and change your life, and then you are the one that becomes a victim because you refuse to know God for yourself. So there are many things that we need to always put in proper context. So sometimes I say it this way, they are not incorrect, but they are incomplete.
Right.
An incomplete truth can end up becoming an error that messes up their life. It's when you are driving, there are levels. So for some people, when I see people arguing about different things, I try to sensitively look at their level. Because some discussions are grassroots discussions. Some discussions are high-level discussions. So when people are talking, I know where they're talking from. So for instance now, you realize that the giraffe has a very long neck.
Yes.
It doesn't eat on the ground.
Where does he eat?
He eats on eye level. He eats according to the height of his neck.
Really?
So anything that is not up there, the giraffe does not get involved. Because if the giraffe have to eat on the ground, he has to bring his head down to start eating on the ground. It's going to become dizzy and it's going to collapse. So many discussions that people are having, they are not bad people. They are just speaking from the level of the understanding that they have. By the time they get on that level of thinking, they will now look back and say, oh, wow. So most of the time, we are not incorrect. We are just incomplete. The person is only speaking from their perspective. So if I'm sitting down right now and I'm looking at all the buildings, these buildings are very big. They are very massive. But if I'm in a plane up there, all the massive skyscraper look like an ant. I say, this is very small. But it's small because of perspective. And that's the way life is. So people speak from different perspectives. And that affects a lot of things that they do.
So, wow, number one, that's mind-blowing, sir. The other thing I'm picking up from there is that this is where reading insight comes into play, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned something about perspective.
Yeah.
So how do we change people's perspective? Is it to do with reading? There
are many things that does that. If we look at it from the point of the spirit, we talk about encounters.
Yes, sir.
And that's where prayer comes in. We pray for people to have an encounter. We know about the Apostle Paul having an encounter with God. There must have been a lot of prayers going on.
Yes, sir.
There must have been a lot of things that led to that, but he had an encounter and that encounter changed him.
Yeah.
So people need encounters. They can have an encounter with God.
Okay.
They can have an encounter with knowledge. They can have an encounter with people.
Right.
And that changes them. So you can have an encounter with God where you really, maybe God meets you somewhere, you are praying or whatever, encounter. You can have an encounter with the word or with knowledge. You just read something and it's like, wow, I didn't know it. It's like, that aha moment, wow, that's an encounter. You are now seeing things different. You are seeing things clearly. But you can have an encounter with people. So I say that when someone says that this is the way I do things, and once people are set in their way, they need an encounter.
Wow.
Either positive or negative.
I see.
So sometimes when people say that they don't believe in God, go and do your research on all atheists. 97% of atheists believe God on their deathbed. You don't believe in miracles until you need one.
That's true.
So when they're on their deathbed, that becomes, wow, they suddenly, so sometimes you might say, people are bad. Then you have an encounter with someone that is ready to give you their kidney without knowing you. And then you're like, wow, that's an encounter. So you can have encounters with people that will give you insight, give you understanding, that will relate with you, that you're like, are you an angel or a human being? That's an encounter. So encounter changes people. So sometimes your man, your woman, your whatever, they are not listening to you.
Yes.
And then they go into a meeting. And they are listening to other people's story.
Yes.
And they are hearing and they have an encounter.
Yeah.
And like, wow, my marriage is not really as bad. Wow. We can work this thing out. And then they come back and they are receptive to what they've been fighting
to say.
So it's just encounters that people need. So we need to pray. The Bible says, my little children of whom I travail once again until Christ before me. So our job as pastors, as shepherds, is to keep praying for people to have encounters. I've pastored the same set of people for 30 years. I've seen some of them remain the same. And if I don't know God, I'll be wondering, does God really answer prayer?
Exactly.
Is this thing not work? Because they are just there. You are like, I see your life. But it's encounter. And I've seen people come in 2 years. It's as if
The lives have been transformed.
It's an encounter.
Hey, oh my God. This is indeed an eye-opener, sir. This is an eye-opener. Perspective. And ignorance is not a demon. It cannot be cast out. We need, and that's why the OBA podcast is very particular about reading and writing. Reading.
Perspective is everything. You know, we always talk about is a glass half full or half empty.
Yes.
It's perspective. What you see as a problem, somebody else sees as an opportunity.
Yes.
Now, think of it. The brothers of Joseph,
yes, sir,
were in the field, and Joseph comes to them and he says, I had a dream. And I saw 11 stars.
Yeah.
And they bowed. 11 stars.
Yes, sir.
That means they were all stars.
Yes, but they didn't see that. They didn't see the word stars.
They didn't see that. They didn't perspective. Okay, who do you think you are? Because it's coming from their young brothers. What are you seeing? That we have never seen things before. You are seeing what? So they didn't even hear
the word
that he was telling them that they are also stars. All they saw was that they will bow to his own star. And when you go back to the book of Genesis, it says he created the sun to shine by day, the moon to shine by night, and the stars also to shine. So sun will shine, moon will shine, star will shine. Shine your shine, I shine my shine. Everybody is created to shine. My shine cannot stop your shine. But when you don't understand, you'll be thinking that stopping my shine will make you shine. It won't, because it doesn't. So many times perspective. So you see someone making it, doing well, God is blessing them, and you are envious. Because your perspective is that for him to be blessed, I'm not going to know. You should be saying, wow, that God is still in the business of blessing. When God blesses my neighbor, he's in my neighborhood.
Wow, I love that.
Turn by turn, very soon to be my turn. So that tells you that God still answers prayers.
Yes, sir.
So all you know, you are on the queue. Just be waiting for your turn instead of being envious. Rejoice with those who rejoice. So perspective is everything. I'm telling you. It's everything. So you are a pastor, you are a leader, you don't want people to rise. It's because you think that when they rise, you will fall.
Yeah, their shine will affect your shine.
But if you don't allow them to rise, you will not rise, because the next level that you need to grow to, you can't go, because nobody will handle the level you are in. So many times perspective.
Oh my God, this is mind-blowing. This is it. I know somebody is listening to this out there and you're wondering, what can I do differently? This marriage, I thought it was over. Somebody might be saying to themselves as we're sitting here listening to Dr. Olumide and saying, so what do I do? How do I go from where I am now to what you are sharing with us? What will be your answer?
Seek help, seek it early, seek it together.
Wow.
So those are 3 levels. Seek help.
Seek help.
Seek it early, seek it together. In medical science, we are made to understand that prevention is better than cure. And we are made to understand that most of what we call incurable diseases can actually be handled when they are detected early.
Wow.
So if you detect cancer, we have a lot of cancer survivors because it was detected early. But if it's stage 3, before it is discovered, they will be talking about the supernatural.
Yes, sir.
Because there is no cure. So no matter what you're going through, seek help. You see, there are a lot of things that the church has taught that God didn't teach. And that's part of the problem. E.g., don't allow third party into your marriage. There's no scripture that says that. It doesn't exist. And that has ruined a lot of people's lives. Don't allow a third party. And the amazing thing is that in the same sentence, where they advise you to not allow a third party, they contradict themselves by saying marriage is between a man, a woman, and God. Is God not a third party already? So that means what we should be telling people is be careful the kind of third party you allow into your marriage. Because whether you like it or not, there is no marriage, no relationship on earth that doesn't have a third party. Your pastor is teaching you every Sunday is a third party. You are watching TV, you are reading news, you are going around. So third parties are already involved. Whether you believe it or not,
which one you
allow to now lead or guide you. So because of that, so seek help. So people don't seek help. Any problem that 2 of you cannot solve, you need a third party. Once there's an issue, I've spoken to you about it, we're not seeing eye to eye. We need an objective, mature third party to help us look at it. But people will now leave it. So seek help, seek early. They will now leave it. It's when it has become, the battle of, then they will now want to come and seek help. By then, decisions have been made, plans have been made, journey has been taken in the spirit, emotional journeys have been taken. Because sometimes people don't realize, I say to people, if someone walks up to you,
yes, sir,
and tells you, I'm resigning, they have resigned before they came.
Oh,
the physical coming to you is the physical manifestation of what has happened in their thoughts, in their discussions, in their plan. So if you are a businessman and your staff comes to you and says, sir, I would like to resign. That staff has been thinking about it. They've spoken to their spouse, their friends. They've looked at alternatives. They've probably been saving. They may even have registered a company. But they are waiting for the right time to talk to you. So you and I say, I don't leave now. Give me 2 more years. Give me 2 more months. No, any extra time they stay, they will never give you. It's a mess. Just let them go. Then you are a pastor. Your assistant comes and say, God is calling me to go. You say, no, let me go and pray about it. What are you praying about? The day he says God is so you don't believe that he hears God.
Exactly, that you are the only one. Exactly, that he is. That's true.
If God has spoken to you, God has spoken. Just begin to plan and look, it's time to go. No problem. So a lot of this was seek help, seek it help, and then seek it together. And that together is a problem. A lot of men don't seek help.
Yeah.
A lot of men feel that what is he going to tell me? Is he not a man like me? Is he not a woman like you? Do you know what he's going through that he wants? Maybe it was his own problem.
Yeah.
Because men were not raised to cry. They were not raised to be emotional. They were not raised to seek help. That's not the way. We're raised in our generation to believe that you're a warrior, you're a hunter, you're a solution provider. You should be the one in charge of everything. So a lot of men are carrying baggages of pains and unresolved issues in their lives. And that's what leads into them getting into marriage, and you have a lot of issues so they don't seek help. People are every time we do prayers for people that are looking for the fruit of the womb.
Yes, sir.
See a lot of women coming out, and I'm asking, are you going to impregnate yourself? Where is your husband? The man is there. He's on the gallery. The wife is coming for prayer. The man is on the third row and watching the wife, and I'm like, are you guys all right? So your wife is coming for prayer. Is the prayer that we pray? Is she going to be another Mary? But that's just the reality of the soul. You have to now say, go and bring your husband. If your husband is not here, go back to your seat. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And most of these things, people don't talk about, people don't deal with it. And then the thing is perpetuated and it continues. The cycle continues. And then we are blaming devil. And devil is not even aware.
Worse.
Devil is not just blaming devil for what devil is not aware of.
Dr. Olumide, I know that time is not enough for you to break down so much of what will help you, because this is deliverance. Could you tell us what books in particular can people get that you've written that will help them to solve this major problem that is kind of destroying, that is also making children to grow up in homes that they shouldn't have been involved in?
Most of the time, it's not about the book that I will recommend. It's about them really having an encounter with God. And I'm going to say it. See,
yes, sir.
There is no book you want to read, including all my books, that will be bigger than the Bible.
Wow.
The problem is that the fruit of the Spirit is missing in the life of people. Is it that thing called fruit of the Spirit? If we all just deal with that, just go and study the fruit of the Spirit. And if you just have that and you pray it into your life, pray in the Holy Spirit 1 hour every day, pray on the fruit of the Spirit. Lord, help me to walk in love, help me to walk in patience, help me to walk in faith, help me to walk in long suffering. You will discover that there is no problem that cannot be solved. There is no problem that we cannot solve except the problem we cannot discuss. All the wars in the world, they will still come to the table of discussion.
That's true.
So it starts from there. Have a relationship with God. Because if you have a relationship with God, many of the things you are fighting about, if you really have a relationship with God, the Holy Spirit will have told you that this is not it. Go and apologize. That was wrong. That's the way. But we don't have what we call a spirit-led life. We are just doing religion. Everybody's just going to church and deceiving themselves.
Life.
Because if you are really led of the Spirit, there are things that your flesh will want to do. You will know that, this is not God. You just surrender. The Christian life is a life of sacrifice. So it's something that you're like, this person, I wish you just relax. You want to, you just, no. So you just relax. So that's that. I've written a lot of books. So if you are not married, get all my books or the relationship book for single. But if you are married, the one you need is Love Is Not Enough.
Love is not enough. That's
because
a book,
that book is just, it's about after you say I do. Because a lot of people, when they get engaged,
Yes,
a lot of people prepare for wedding.
Oh.
But only few people prepare for marriage.
For marriage.
So wedding is for a day, marriage is for a lifetime. And you cannot manufacture weapons of war on the battlefield.
Oops.
You can't. So most of the time, people get married only to discover that they were not really ready for marriage. Because even during the courtship, they were just planning committee members of a wedding service. So they get married and discover they don't even know each other. And then the problem starts. So I have come to the conclusion that the major reason why we have crisis is ineffective courtship.
Wow.
So I focus more on singles, young people. Once you get it right, 80% of the problem is already solved. There will be challenges, but 80% of it will already be solved when you get it right. Because you will have known yourself, you will have known the woman, you will have understood marriage, you will have understood seasons of life. You will have understood, it will just be your own unique journey that you will now be fixing in. You will just know. You know, the Bible says that Abraham one day saw strangers coming and he entertained them. And when he entertained them, he didn't know that they were angels. But he entertained strangers. And I preached a message years ago, part 1 to 3, the stranger within the lover.
What is
that? Sometimes
that?
Strange attitude, strange behavior, strange manifestation will come out of the person that you love. But like Abraham entertained the strangers, must be ready to entertain the strangers. Because if you entertain the strangers, you'll be able to help them to survive. Now, when Noah, think about it.
Yes, sir.
Went into the ark. He went into the ark with all the animals that existed.
Yes.
Let's think about it for a while. Because many times when we read the Bible, it's like, think about it. So you mean that Noah was sleeping every day, waking up, knowing that snake was there?
Yes. Lion
was there. Elephant was there.
Yes.
And he was sleeping and waking up every day.
Yes.
And they were in the same house.
40 days.
So when you are getting married, you are in the ark of Noah. There are all manner of stuff that you are living with. There's enough grace. There's enough grace to help you survive it all.
Hey.
That's why when you look at the ark of Noah, one door, one window. The window is on the third floor.
Yeah.
So they came in through the ground floor, one door, and God locked it. There's no
coming up.
It's from outside, on padlock or Oleni. They are locked in. The only exit is on the third floor.
Hey.
But by the time you get to the third floor, it will just be, I love you, babe, I love you, girl. We're just looking at the glory of God. That means you have survived from the outer court to the most holy place. When you see people that have been married for 40, 50 years, when they are telling their story, it's not a story of everything was rosy. It's a story of we made it work.
We made it work.
I like that. Takes you. So when you go, I was in a meeting yesterday. So when it was time for dessert, they brought different kind of cakes. But when you are making cake, every ingredient in the cake cannot be taken independently. Because inside that cake, there's flour. You're not going to just be eating flour. Inside that cake, there's egg.
Yes.
Inside that cake, there's sugar. So you can't be eating all those things independently.
Yes.
It's not going to be okay. But when they come together and they go through the oven, then the end result comes. So many of the things that you are fighting, if we just allow it to come together and we submit ourselves to the grace of God, we come out on the other side and we're able to laugh over things that used to be trouble. So for everybody to succeed, you just need to be willing to be a Christian.
Wow. This is a good place to stop. This is wow. Because we just need to run with this. Somebody needs to just listen to this again and again and again and run with it. Solution is here. Thank you so much, Dr. Olumide, because there's just so much insight, so much to run with, to grasp. It's like I'm listening to the fruits of the Spirit afresh. It's
That's just the reality.
Honestly.
And this story just came into my consciousness now. While growing up as a pastor, we had a couple in church. So they came to see me for counseling on a Tuesday or this is like the 90s.
Yes, sir.
They came to see me for counseling. Our church was just very small then. Just about 200-300 people in the 90s. And then this couple came. I spent hours with them. Then it was over. That they just wanted to inform me that it was over. I was like, this is going to be in my own church. How will I explain that people are, you are a pastor, you have all those struggles. So you now say they came to that church, they are no more together. So they left. But see, when they came, my office was very small, and next to the office was the studio. So they were doing recording. So when they were coming in, the recording was reduced. So they reduced the volume because I was in the meeting, but they were doing recording. We used to have this cassette, recording, dubbing, 3-1. They were doing all that. So immediately they left. The guy increased the volume again because nobody was there. So the message was playing as they were recording. The next thing, maybe somebody came into my office and said, sir, that couple that just left, they said they forgot their key.
Okay.
That I said, just give them. I was hungry. Give them. That was it. Sunday morning,
yes, sir.
I'm sitting down in church. They are calling people to give testimony. And they call this couple for testimony. And I'm like, are these people going to announce their divorce on the book?
On the book?
Never. So I was already ready that if they go there. But I was about to get the shock out of my life. He said, Pastor, you'll be surprised to see us here. That we came to see Pastor. So what had happened was they got home, forgot the key. And then the man told the woman, you see, were you not the one that held the key? You can't even. So the man came back for the key.
Okay.
When he came back for the key, the message that they were recording for somebody else that came to buy was one of the messages I preached.
Okay.
I wasn't listening because I was busy. So he was now listening to that message when he came to collect the key.
Okay.
In the message, I was now saying, many of you, you don't appreciate what you have until you lose it. Ooh. A lot of you have forgotten where you are coming from. The message was the dangers of success. That the tree that forgets its source will dry up. When you were getting married, you were a nobody. Your husband helped you, took you from a family where you were poor. He has helped you now. He's a useless man. Your wife supported you. Many people didn't want to marry you. Even the wedding gown she wore, she paid for it. Even your suit, she paid for it. Even the reception, she paid for it to cover your shame. Now she's a useless woman. I didn't know. And this is a message preached maybe like 3 years before that time.
Wow.
It was so many of you need to go back home now and go and watch your wedding video. And look at the way you were looking like an HIV patient. And now you are buffed up, you are thinking that many of you. So the thing touched him.
My God.
He got back home. Quiet, opened the door, went, brought out VHS tape, put in their wedding video, and sat down, was watching. The wife was like, so the wife sat down. And that's why I say, yes, look at you. When I married you, look at you. Look at the way you are dried. Now you are looking, you are disrespecting me. You say, what? That suit, am I the only one that bought it? Have you forgotten you lost your job, that I covered you under my parents? They didn't know you didn't have a job. See, what happened to us?
Oh.
That's how they reconcile.
Oh.
My sister, even me, God, it shocked me. I'm like, the man spoke to you, you didn't hear. But you heard the man's voice. The Holy Ghost now took care of it.
Yes.
So there is really nothing. I can tell you stories upon stories upon stories. I can tell you for free. There is no marriage today that is standing. If they tell you the stories, they could have broken up, but they made it work. And all the people that are broken up, if you see them now, they will tell you that, I should have stayed. I should have forgiven her. I should have forgiven her. I should have given it. There is nothing better out there. The grass is not greener on the other side, though.
No.
If you water your own, it will blossom.
Wow. You've heard it. My question is, what are you going to do differently? You do need to do something different today, not tomorrow. Let's run with what we've heard. The fruit of the Spirit. What are your perspective? You need to check it again. You need to look at what do I need to do differently. Dr. Olumide, as we go, can you just one word to somebody that is somewhere listening and saying, this is it. But listening to you, they're thinking, what do I do now? What would you say to them?
Seek help. Just look for someone you can trust.
Okay.
And then make that call now. I'd like to talk to you. And just go make that call. If it's virtual, if it's physical, just start that discussion. You'll be amazed at what happens when you're onboarding. Just talking about it. Sometimes when you are talking, when you are talking, you are hearing yourself. As you are talking, you are now hearing yourself. And then sometimes you are seeing your foolishness or you are seeing your wisdom.
Yeah.
As you are talking, because you sit down with couple and ask them what's the problem, they are forgotten. They can't even remember what started the problem. It's just the devil that wants to mess you up. So there are many things you just overlook. And I'm amazed how that the things you say your spouse is doing, your children will do it and you overlook it.
Yes.
So do you love your daughter more than your wife? Or do you love your son more than your husband?
Wow. This is it. So until we come your way next time, go out and do all that you've heard. It's your time, it's your season. The OBA podcast, OBA team will be glad to help you. You can send us a message, or even if you need some information about who to help you, we'll be here. And if you want to write about your life, your story, we'll be here to hold your hand. So reach out to us. Thank you for joining.